We're going to be taking your phone calls here in just a couple of minutes, so go ahead and call in now in order to get through at 205-348-WVUA. That's 348-9882. Or email us if you would prefer, TITV at WVUATV.com. Okay, a big story that, I say big story. I mean, you and I had kind of been privy to some information, felt like this was going to happen for some time, and indeed on Friday, the University of Alabama announcing that backup quarterback Phillip Sims had been granted a release to transfer. Now we're being told by various sources that he indeed is going to transfer to his home state school, the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. Talented quarterback, came here with a lot of high hopes, high expectations, highly recruited. But, Rodney, it just didn't seem like that he just ever really grasped what he needed to grasp here to be happy at Alabama. It just always seemed like there was a cloud kind of hanging over Phillip Sims.
Well, I mean, from the standpoint of, he came in on the heels of another very highly touted highly recruited player in A.J. McCarron, and A.J., and obviously they had a battle for the job, and A.J. won that job and, performed well in the first game last year where Phillip struggled a little bit when he came in. And as the season went along, we saw what happened. A.J. became the man, and I guess Phillip, felt like that his best opportunities would lie in his home state of Virginia. And, you look at him, he was a high school legend. I mean, the guy is a legend in that state.
Right.
And, I mean, going home might be an opportunity for him to, certainly become much more comfortable playing college football. And, I just wish the best for him because, he's a very talented kid. And I think had he stayed here, I think he would have had an opportunity to develop into an outstanding quarterback. There's no question about that. Just happened to get behind A.J. And, sometimes when a guy has a little bit of an edge, Gary, you can't really get ahead of him. And how can you argue? A.J. won a national championship, led his team to a national championship as a sophomore. And, again, I think had Phillip stayed and continued to develop in this system, and under Nick Saban, his future here would have been bright, but, best wishes to him in Virginia.
Yeah, he is, it looks like, going to apply for a hardship to try to get the year that he is scheduled to sit out waived so that he'll be eligible immediately. We don't know if that will be successful, but we do wish him the best. Now, he's going into a crowded quarterback situation in Virginia. Their starter and backup are both back, plus they had a highly touted freshman that they signed, but we wish him well. We got to know him well, his father Jeff Sims well, and we wish them nothing but the best in their future endeavors. Well, this past Saturday night was a big one for the Crimson Tide gymnastics squad inside Coleman Coliseum. They had an event to celebrate University of Alabama winning its second consecutive national championship and the program's 6th overall. 8 gymnasts won awards for being named All-Americans, and Ashley Priest won the Lewis Each Award, which goes to the gymnast that shows courage, perseverance, and overcomes other obstacles while helping others. Also, Nick Saban was the guest speaker, and he heaped praise on what Sarah Patterson has accomplished in more than 30 years at the capstone. And Patterson used a quote of Saban's that he told his football team to help win the national championship, and that was, "Are you hungry or are you satisfied? Because you can't be both." Patterson says his quotes are great motivators for her squad.
His comments were so kind, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. And he helps all our sports programs, and he wants everybody to be champions. And I think he truly understands how hard it is to have the kind of success that we have had and he has had, and how hard you have to work to duplicate it. And I love some of the football players, their Twitter accounts, because I hear his quotes through them and I use them.
Good stuff there. Okay, let's get a phone call in before we go to break. Rodney, let's talk to our buddy John over there in Bessemer. John, welcome in.
Gary, what's going on, man?
Hey, man. Hey, bud.
Hey, man, I heard about the quarterback leaving, man. Who's going to take his place if he goes?
Well, he's going. Yeah, Rodney's got you covered there.
Well, first of all, as we look at it as it stands now, John Phillip Ely, the redshirt freshman from Tampa, Florida, had a good spring, certainly developed some, and he'll be the guy that you would think at this point would probably be the number 2 guy heading into the fall. But don't forget, Alec Morris, we had a big story on him today, the signee out of Allen, Texas. 6'4", 225-pounder, got a lot of talent, but again, he'll only be a true freshman.
And did you mention Blake Sims possibly?
Well, Blake Sims is a guy,
packages.
Yeah, certainly he's a guy that's had some experience, working at the quarterback spot, but we'll see how that goes.
All right, CB in Tuscaloosa, hold on, we'll get to you and more phone calls right after this. All right, we're a little tight on time. We're going to try to get our phone call in with our buddy CB and then an email. CB, what's going on?
Not much, man. How y'all tonight? Good to talk with you. Listen, on this free agent deal after the draft, there's a lot of wheeling and dealing going on. Reckon how many players we're going to get a shot at pro after that, and who?
Yeah, CB, I think 6 have signed so far, and I don't have the list in front of me. Marquise Mays, Darius Hanks, Darrell Harris, William Vallejos. Help me out here, Rodney.
Let me say this. Hanks went to the Redskins.
Right.
Mays went to the Steelers. Vallejos and Alex Watkins went to the Titans.
That's 5. Darrell Harris to the Falcons. And like I said, don't have the list, but 6 have signed or were scheduled to sign. I wouldn't be shocked if a couple more sign. It's, Alabama, as Rodney said, is the hot program. Thanks, CB. Real quick, an email. Let's try to get to it, Rod. Is Anthony Grant expected to sign anyone this spring? He wants to sign at least 1, maybe 2. They've got 3 scholarships to give Mike. I doubt very seriously they'll sign 3. I know he hopes to sign 1, maybe 2. We'll keep you updated on Alabama basketball recruiting if they sign anybody this spring. Well, when Tider Insider TV returns, a Bama golfer dominates the postseason honors in the Southeastern Conference. That's next. You're watching Tider Insider TV. All right. During the break, Rodney, we were able to get our head together here, and CB, we got all the info for you. William Vallejos and Alex Watkins to the Titans, Marquise Mays to the Steelers, Darius Hanks to the Redskins, Darrell Harris to the Falcons, and the one that we couldn't think of, Alfred McCullough, to the Baltimore Ravens. Those are the free agent signees. Well, finally tonight, one University of Alabama golfer dominates the postseason awards. University of Alabama freshman Justin Thomas was named the SEC Men's Golfer of the Year and the Freshman of the Year in the same season. That is unbelievable. He led the SEC with a 70.63 scoring average. He's one of the top amateurs in the country. Also, Alabama men's coach Jay Sewell was named the SEC Coach of the Year for leading the Crimson Tide to the SEC Championship. So that's going to do it for this week's program. It's dinner time, and tonight we're headed over the river to Northport to visit one of our favorite places, Buddy's Rib and Steak. We're going to be having a great meal over there about 7:15. Stop in and join us. You can talk sports with Mr. Tider Insider himself. Don't forget, TiderInsider.com for the latest on the Crimson Tide, and we'll see you again next Tuesday night at 6:30. For Rodney Orr, I'm Gary Harris. Thanks for watching. Good night.